Morgana, the Fallen, is one of League of Legends' original 17 champions, and since then she has gotten 11 skins during her time in the game. But which one of those 11 skins is Morgana's best? That's what we're here to find out. What's up, you knuckleheads? It's Josh here, and we're doing another champion skin tier list, this time for Morgana. Morgana remains one of the most popular champions in solo queue, even though she hasn't been a viable pro pick in quite a while. Morgana can be played in 3 different roles: jungle, support, and mid lane, but her primary role is that support role. Morgana also underwent a visual update along with her sister Kayle back in 2019, and with it came an update to all of her skins. As I've done with Jinx and Darius, we're going to go through all 11 of Morgana's skins and putting them into separate tiers based on their price, any additional effects and animations or voice lines that they might add, how they fit into Morgana's collection aesthetically, meaning is it very similar to one that she already has, how Morgana fits into the theme of the skin line, and just overall popularity among the Morgana main.
I will show you pain!
Now, first up in her collection is Blade Mistress Morgana, the first skin that was released for this champion. As you would expect for an original skin, it really hasn't held up that well over a decade later. It's very similar to her base skin. It doesn't really have a unique aesthetic or theme to it, and it's really not one that you're going to see a lot of Morganas using, so this is going down in the got gifted tier. Its only saving grace is the low cost. It's Morgana's cheapest skin, but in this case I would say don't be a cheapskate, just kick in the extra orange essence and buy one of the better skins that are slightly more expensive.
Justice! How boring!
Next up is Exiled Morgana. Now this skin chronologically actually came out before Blade Mistress Morgana, but it is currently a legacy skin. It is slightly more expensive than Blade Mistress Morgana, but it is unique enough compared to her base skin that it is worth ponying up the small amount of orange essence that it would cost to get this skin if it becomes available. There's no unique animations or effects, but the aesthetic is at least different enough, even though it's kind of generic, that this is worth buying. So I'm going to say if you got the spare orange essence, getting Exiled Morgana is worth it.
I am bound, but I will not break.
Now, Sinful Succulents Morgana was also released back in 2010, and it is also a Legacy Vault skin. Unlike Exiled Morgana though, this skin does have a lot of personality, especially after the VGU. Chef Morgana looks really fresh and cool, and the model is unique enough that I think it's warranting a bit more of a look than Exiled or Blade Mistress Morgana does. Having said that, there's no unique animations or effects, so this skin isn't quite top tier. I would say just like Exiled Morgana, the cost is low enough that if you got the spare orange essence, go ahead and buy it.
Let me show you what it is to fall.
Now, Blackthorne Morgana is one of the first skins where I really think we're starting to get into the area of skins that you should be buying. Although I don't personally love this skin or the theme, I don't think it's incredibly unique, this skin does come with new effects and animations, which at least makes it worthwhile for buying. The theme is cool if you're into Poison Ivy cosplayers, but my big problem is at the price point $13.50, I really think that this is a skin that you should really only be buying if it's on sale. Some people might have a bit more love for this skin, and that's totally cool, but for me personally, this is a sale buy.
With each step, I forge my fate in the fires of pain.
Now, when we get to Ghostbride Morgana, we get to a skin that I actually really like. I think the theme is incredibly cool for Morgana being a vengeful spirit. I think the color scheme and palette are really nice. It's got new effects and animations, which is really cool. And the price point is nothing to scoff at. It's only $9.75 orange essence. This is a pretty good deal, and I would say it's one of the more popular Morgana skins. It's not a must-own by any means, but I would say that this is a skin that you should buy if you are a Morgana main.
Take pride in how swiftly we fall.
Now, Victoria's Morgana is a special case, as it's one of the skins that you could only get if you finished gold or higher during the season that this skin was available, which was back in Season 4, 2014. So price, not really an issue here, but in terms of the quality, I think this is extremely well done. Even though it's 8 years old, it still holds up very well. It's got new effects and animations, and it's very cool to flex that you were high ranked way back when. So even though you can't actually buy the skin, I'm going to put it in a real mains own this. If you got this skin, you might as well flaunt it.
Suffer or feel nothing!
Lunar Wraith Morgana is another legacy vaulted skin that also has a very unique color palette and style to it. Personally, I don't think that this skin line adds a lot to Morgana, but that's personal preference. I think that she perfectly encapsulates the skin line, and the look is very unique, and it's got all the bells and whistles you'd expect, new effects, new animations. This is a perfectly good skin to own, and I would say that it's somewhere between real mains own this skin and buy if it's on sale. For me personally, it's in the buy if it's on sale tier, but if you're a fan of this look, by all means, go ahead and buy it. I think you're not wasting your money.
Your worst decisions will haunt you.
I love the Halloween aesthetic. I think that this fits Morgana perfectly. The skin model is just gorgeous. The recall animation is nice. I don't think it's elite. For me personally, this is a must buy. This is a real means own this skin. I really can't see anybody ranking it lower than that. And of course, it does have a prestige variant, which I don't really count as separate. I think if you want to buy a prestige edition, that's totally your right to do so. Personally, this one does at least add a little bit more to the skin itself that I think it's still a must own if you're a Morgana main, but on the same time, I don't want to advise anybody to spend a lot more money on a prestige edition of a skin.
True grace is beautiful in its imperfection, honest in its emotion, freed by its own frailty.
Majestic Empress Morgana might be my favorite Morgana skin of all of them, and that is saying a lot because she has some beautiful skins. The look is just so unique compared to her other skins. The animations and effects are just gorgeous. I love everything about this skin. To me, this is a Morgana main's own skin. It just looks so gorgeous and it's so different. It's bright and colorful. I just can't say enough good things about this skin. I think this skin is amazing, especially given the fact it's only 1350 RP.
Some pray to fate. I forge my own path.
Now, Coven Morgana is absolutely an incredible skin. I think Morgana fits that theme of the Coven skin line perfectly, and she captures it beautifully. The new effects and animations are all absolutely on point. This is a beautiful skin to own. My only concern with it is the price point. For almost 500 RP less, I can get Majestic Empress Morgana, or Dawnbringer Morgana, or Star Nemesis Morgana, and Exiled and Bewitching are all even cheaper than those. The question really becomes, is Coven just so much better than all of those other skins that it justifies its high price? For some it might. To me, it doesn't quite. I would still say that this is a skin that Morgana mains are gonna own, but to me, it's not a must-own. It's not one that if you're really a little bit pressed for money, you only have so much to spend on skins, you don't have to get the Coven Morgana skin. I think there are other cheaper skins that you can spend your money on and be doing just as well.
My wings are bound, but my soul flies.
Now, Dawnbringer Morgana is actually sort of an inversion on her whole theme. You know, she's the fallen angel. The Dawnbringer Morgana is sort of her being the one to bring the light. I really do like it when they make champions the inverse of what they're supposed to be in the base in a different universe. So this skin really does resonate with me, and I also think it probably has the best recall animation of any Morgana skin, which is a tall task to say. This skin is absolutely beautiful. It's got an appropriate price point. To me, this is a must-own for Morgana mains. I think that it's between this and Majestic Empress for my favorite, and I would almost lean Dawnbringer Morgana.
They wanted a villain? I gave them a villain.
Finally, there is Star Nemesis Morgana, which is another addition to the Star Guardians line, this time with Morgana as an antagonist. Now, this skin is priced quite appropriately at 1350 Orange Essence, and it does have enough of a unique look to it to be worth considering at least. It has a great recall animation and cool effects on her particles. I just can't put it in the must-own or the real mains own. I think it's just outclassed by a lot of the other skins that I've listed, like Coven, Dawnbringer, Majestic Empress, Bewitching, and Ghostbride at a lower price point, even Blackthorne to an extent. I think it's right in that same tier as Blackthorne. So I'm going to give Star Nemesis Morgana a buy if it's on sale tier. I think it's just hurt by the fact that she has so many other great options to choose from at appropriate price points that it just can't break through the others. So there you have it. That is the Morgana skin tier list for all 11 skins as of August 2022. Guys, let me know what you think. Which skin is your favorite of Morgana's? Check out the Darius skin tier list I have right here, and feel free to drop a comment. Let me know which champion you'd like me to see do a skin tier list for next. I'll catch you later, knuckleheads. Peace.